Hello gurus, welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. We're going to jump into charts for Bitcoin. I opened a big trade on World, a $200,000 trade. World pulled back a little bit, so it's around 12k in the negative. I made my liquidation under $2. I might have to add more to the trade to make sure the liquidation is under $1.50. I'll do technicals on Bitcoin, World, and anything you request. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Let me know down in the comment section anything you want me to analyze. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technicals, and you can see I've opened two trades. One on Bitcoin at $90,000, up $2,400 since earlier today, and another one on World, down $13,000. This is the Bitcoin trade is a $360,000 trade with 18,000 margin, liquidation at 86. The World trade is a $200,000 trade, negative 13,800, $40,000 worth of margin. My take profit is $4.40. It went from $2.47 to $2.30. A little bit of a drop in price, around 10 cents, but it's about 13k. Liquidation is $2. I want to bring that liquidation below $1.50 would be best. Let's see if I add another 5,000, it will become $1.96. If I added 10,000, it will be $1.96. Weird. 15,000 will be $1.80. Why would 5,000, $1.96, and 10,000 of margin? $1.09, so it's a little bit more. I'll add margin if it pulls back, but I want to get it. I think it's not worth it actually to add so much margin to keep the trade just a little bit better. It liquidates. I hit stop loss than it is to. Hopefully it goes back up. I'll check the tech. Going into the technicals on World. Let's go Bitcoin first. 90,700. I went long on Bitcoin because it doesn't seem to pull back, and we have a big bull flag starting to form here. On the longer term time frames, on the weekly and daily, you can see that the bull flag is in effect, and the target is 104,000, and we're quite a way up there already at 90,000. Volume is growing, stochastic heading up, and it did have a little bit of a pullback, but not much. It pulled back to around 89,000. That's when I added 4 Bitcoin here. Let's see if any patterns are forming here. But I do see this bull flag is playing out. Target of this bull flag is 97k. But it does look a little bit like rising wedge a little bit. But we haven't seen many pullbacks on Bitcoin. It's just a little bit of a pullback and then continuing up on its journey. I would be very cautious going heavy long here. Just in case, just because it is a bit, it would be considered dangerous. We've pumped a lot since 60k, since 59k. How Bitcoin reacts today is important. If you haven't taken a trade, you need to get it off support. So I'll take it from 88, bring up the tight stop loss. It either works or goes against us. Opening 88, 80,700, risking $816, and then target to 104,000. So 20 risk to reward ratio, risking $800, 88 opens, 87,100 stop loss, $800 to make 16,900 per Bitcoin with no leverage. With 10x leverage would be 169,000. That's the trade I would take on Bitcoin. And let's see how it reacts. Let's go into World. World $2.30. So I bought it at $2.40. Unfortunately, I bought it and then it dropped. Look at that, $2.30. A little bit. It looked like it was about to break out here. See, we had a descending triangle. And when I zoom out, you can also see there was a V-shaped recovery. So we had V-shaped recovery and inverse head and shoulders. Shoulders, head, and a V-shaped recovery. This V-shape. So it was showing bullish. Then I saw the volume increasing. You see this big volume coming in? Volume predicts price. But then for some reason, strong sell-off on the breakout. Target of this breakout is $3.20. And when I zoom out a little bit, but it would have been better to open the trade. Where I would open the trade after this resistance is onto a pullback onto major support. So best point would be to go, I would say, here. $2.10 would be better. Stop loss under the trade. $2.13 maybe is support. $2.09 is stop loss, and take profit I would take all the way to $3.20. And when we zoom out, we can see the big resistances are $3.20 is a big one. Another one is $4.20. And another one, biggest resistance I would say is up here, $5.90. And the all-time high from March was at the end of the bull run, World Pump. It was around $12. But $3.20 and $4.20 are big resistances. However, it pumped and then pulled back. On the weekly heading up, volume heading up, on the daily heading up. But on the 4-hourly, we had a bit of a pullback. So I would take it from $2.13. I need to make sure my stop loss is below, I would say below $2 to be safe. And right now my trade is negative $13,300. $2 is the liquidation. So I do want to make it a little bit under, but I've already put 40,000 in the margin. Let's see if it breaks underneath. If it breaks underneath $2, it's very close. Safer to take it from $2.30. I don't want to take the loss on this trade. I'll add margin to it. 3,300 up on Bitcoin. This account 826, pulling back around 13,000 because of that trade. I'm also carrying right now in cash 363, 94 in Magicraft, 67 in World, up 3%. I bought World. I bought 70k World, so it pulled back 3k. Doge, so I'm going long on World, not the best at the moment. Ton, I've got 43, Uni 25, and I've got more buy orders. This is my leverage positions, and I've got buy orders on Uni, $8.30, World, Uni. But now I'm going to be more leverage trading and try to just take out breakouts. I won't be going to... This trade is too risky, my futures trade on World. Bitcoin looks like it can push out, but again, it's quite risky as well. But the stop loss is at 86. This trade, I don't like. It's pulled back too much. It should have broke out on World. Down 13k already, plus the spot 3k. Do I close it and try and get the trade at $2.20 or even $2.17? Say it goes down to $2.17. Let's say I put the stop loss. How much will it lose? $2.17 will lose 6,000. Oh no, $2.17. 24,000. Right now it's down 14,000. If Bitcoin pumps, the world can push up. Could take a $40,000 loss on this trade if it pulls back too much. It pumped all the way to $2.80, came down to $2.13, pumped to $2.40, and then pulled back. Difficult trade. On the 4-hourly, the volume is increasing a lot. That's why I went long here. But I should have put more. I used too much margin. Maybe I reduced the position. I could reduce the position and take a little bit of a loss and just reduce my exposure. If I take out 20,000 margin, where would the liquidation be? $2.27, which is very close to where we are now. If I take out the liquidation price will be $2.20. If I take out 20k margin, then the trade will, but look, it's already dropped another 1k. We're very close to $2.20. The problem is I could add more to this trade, but I add more margin to this trade and make it safer. So I'm going to add another, if I add another 20,000, become $1.70. Yeah. So now it's a 60,000 trade, dollar liquidation below $1.70. The strong support on World. I mean, it was just a few days ago, 4th of November was at $1.58. There is a big support at $1.80. Let's see how it breaks out. But the volume is increasing. So that's my trade on Doge, on World, and Bitcoin. I lowered I added more margin to protect the trade, so the liquidation is lower. It's now 15k in the negative. It's a $200,000 trade. I could actually increase this trade as it goes down. Also a possibility. 821. Because the low was quite close to here, and it had such a big push in March, and the volume increasing. I do think it will push out. I mean, even just when Bitcoin was dropping to 50k, it was at $1.50, $1.20. So it hasn't gone up that much comparable. Let's see, any other patterns? Not really. Could be. Not really. Rounding bottom, it does look like. But the failed breakout is not beautiful. Okay, I did what I can. I made the trade under $2. Stop liquidation under $1.70. I'll leave it at that. And you can go. I would be cautious going long here. Learn from my mistake. That was too strong long at on a failed breakout with such high, with such easy liquidation. You can see what everyone's chatting about here. people discussing. It automatically translates, everyone. I forget, sick of this Russian trash. Guys, you can just buy premium on Telegram. It's like $1 a year or something, and it auto translates everyone. Everyone talk in international language. Use the international translation. We'll change it to international language. I want to show you how many there is, but Allah keeps typing, so I can't show you. But there's around 500 or 600 people here, which is beautiful. All the links down below where I trade Bybit 60k bonus, CoinW, international 3k bonus, jamescryptoguru.com for the courses and the Telegram. And guys, you have to do your own due diligence, make your own decisions, because as you can see, trades are not always profitable. As you can see, my Bitcoin trade is from earlier today, but my World is down 13k on. It's quite a big trade, around a 60k with 20, so it's a $200,000 trade, but still took quite a bit hit. So you have to do your own due diligence, and that's what I'm mainly holding. Those are my trades. Do Pepe, please. Okay, let's do Pepe. I don't own Pepe. I only buy Doge because the world richest person buys Doge. You have to do your own due diligence on it, everyone. Pepe USDT. It's already pumped a lot, actually. See, World I was buying because it hasn't gone up that much comparable to its all-time high. Pepe is at all-time high. I would be very cautious doing a leverage long here on Pepe. As you saw with World, it's close to its all-time low and still very dangerous. It's already broken out, so I would if I was gonna take a long, a safer long would be here on Pepe before, like this is where the supports are. And then taking it back to this position. Riskier long could be off this support, but again, it's very risky. I'll be very cautious going long on Pepe. Buying spot if you want to hold it for a long term, but I just don't like meme coins too much. Dogecoin I like. I mean, meme coins are amazing, but usually you have to be early. So to buy it after this meme coin has already done, like Pepe has gone up. The volume is increasing, but Pepe has gone up from a low of 20 in January, 4,343%. So that's the equivalent of Bitcoin going up 40 times, or from $30 to $30,000 to 120,000. No, 1.2 million. So I wouldn't buy Pepe, everyone. I wouldn't take these trades. It's dangerous after pumping 4,300%. That's my updates in the markets. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Let's see how World does. I increased margin, so it's a 60k trade worth $200,000. Liquidation is below $1.70. I will add more to protect this trade because World is the founder of OpenAI. ChatGPT is the founder of World, and it did reach $12 during March. So let's see how it does here. But this going leverage long here, you can see is quite dangerous because these pullbacks can be brutal now after such pumps. World hasn't pumped right now. I mean, World, Bitcoin trades, Doge, Uni, and the others. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.